Well, hello, I'm Janet Morana, Executive Director of Priests for Life. And of course, we're continuing our special coverage because April is Abortion Recovery Awareness Month. And when people think of a baby who dies as a result of an abortion, they think of the mother, okay, that she chose to destroy the life of her child. And you're going to see it's not, and I know from Silent No More, it's not about freedom of choice. It's because women felt they had no choice. They were forced, pressured, coerced. And then they think about, oh, it just affects the mother and maybe the father if he's involved in the decision. What they don't realize is future siblings are also impacted. That's a piece of the puzzle that a lot of people are totally unaware of, but we're raising that awareness on Abortion Recovery Month. Well, joining me today for this discussion and to show you a powerful clip to a powerful movie is my dear friend, Mark Aramian. Mark, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Janet. What a great pleasure to be here again.
It's really great. And I think to shine a bright light on abortion survivors is just so good because people are just totally unaware. Having this abortion, when you later on want to have a family, you don't think about the impact it's going to have on those future siblings to that aborted child. And of course, just fill everyone in. The movie's called He Called Him Adam. That's in the process of getting to production. But tell us what's the background to how you got involved in this?
Yeah. My wife and I are ex-Hollywood filmmakers. We actually were canceled, I guess you could say. Definitely we're political refugees from Hollywood. And we came to Tennessee, where you can actually have a conversation with somebody that you disagree with without being canceled or thrown under the bus. And we started helping our local diocese with some filmmaking and also pro-life groups. And then we were at a March for Life and heard the testimony of Regina Block. Her story so moved us. We knew we had to make this a movie. So we decided to crowdfund. Veronica, my wife, is a writer and director. She wrote the script. And Regina sold us the life rights, and so we embarked on making this movie. We crowdfunded enough money to shoot 12 scenes, and from that we crafted what they call an angel torch. What it is basically a concept video of what the movie is going to be like. And Angel is very different from other studios in that they don't have a lot of executives sitting around in a room saying, let's make this movie and jam this cultural change down their throats. No, Angel has a group of subscribers now numbering over 980,000. And these subscribers belong to what they call the Guild. When you're a Guild member, you get to vote on the movies that are submitted to Angel to see if Angel will distribute them. So we submitted our Angel Torch to Angel Guild, and they voted on it, and it was overwhelming support. We got like maybe the third, fourth highest score of all time. 2 points below Cabrini, 1 point below Sound of Freedom. And Angel offered us a distribution deal, which we've accepted. And so now we have a place for this movie to be shown. If we get a high enough score after we make the movie, everything has to be submitted again to the Guild. If we get a high enough score, they'll distribute it theatrically, which means nationwide to 1,800 theaters.
Okay, so I've been involved with this project, as you know, back from when you were first crowdfunding to get the trailer made. But this is great news. What I'd like to do is you've put together, it's about an 8-minute clip. Let's take a look at that right now so we can then come back and talk about the prospect here of this movie. So let's take a look now at the clip.
Your symptoms indicate a chronic disease called endometriosis.
It's not malignant, is it?
No, but I would like to run some more tests. Unfortunately, I can't in your current condition.
What condition?
You're pregnant.
I can't be pregnant. There must be some mistake.
Well, there's no mistake. The results are definitive. You understand, as it stands now, I can't do any further testing. It's considered too invasive.
So what you're saying is I could have something worse than this?
Endometriosis. I can't be sure without a biopsy. Of course, if you were to terminate the pregnancy.
You mean get an abortion?
There's a clinic just up the block that I've referred several of our patients to. They do good work there. At this stage, it's like getting a wart removed.
Don't worry, it's quick and painless. By tomorrow, it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Oh, God, what have I done?
Frankly, I'm a bit surprised by your grades. You did so well the first semester.
I'm having some health issues.
I can refer you to a counselor if you think it would help.
No, I don't need a counselor. I'm fine. I will be fine. Really. They told me I was making the right choice, but they lied. And I've been haunted by that choice every single day since. It's back, isn't it? The endometriosis.
No, actually, you tested positive for pregnancy again. Given your health issues, you might want to consider getting another abortion.
No. There will not be an abortion this time.
Well, I strongly advise amniocentesis to determine if the fetus has any abnormalities.
No. Not this time. No tests, no excuses. I'm willing to take whatever God gives me.
You do realize this could be a high-risk pregnancy, right?
And I'm willing to take that risk. I love my daughter so much. She's the love of my life. And I would do anything for her. But every milestone, they all just remind me of everything that I've taken away from my son.
Aren't you the one always saying that God will forgive you if you ask him?
How could he, after the things I've done?
Well, he died for them, didn't he?
Now, Mr. Squid, I'm gonna make you disappear. Now, Wheezy!
All right, I think it's time to settle down.
I want to play with my new toys.
I think your new toys are tired. Like, let's ask Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear, are you tired?
I'm exhausted. Amanda, wore me out. That's not fair.
Well, if a bear could talk, that's what he would say. Now, off with your crown and be that wand, Miss Thing, and it's off to dreamland for you.
You know what I'm gonna dream about?
What?
My brother.
You don't have a brother, sweetie.
Yes, I do. He lives in heaven.
You know, it's okay to play pretend and
He
dream.
doesn't pretend. He's real. And he lives with God.
This child knows my deepest, darkest secret, and I have never even told her she had a brother.
I had another dream about my brother.
Tell me. Tell me about your brother.
It was a light. That's when I saw them.
Who? Who did you see?
The first thing I said was, "Tell me about your brother." And she told me about her brother. And I got a glimpse of not only God's forgiveness, but his grace. Because he didn't have to reveal any of that to me. But she shared everything that had been in her dreams. And it brought a great deal of joy. I haven't had a suicidal thought since then, and that was 2001. And we're talking 22 years ago. 3 years later, I went through an abortion recovery program, and I started volunteering there. And then when I relocated to Chattanooga, I started becoming more involved with the Greater Chattanooga Right to Life chapter here. And then I eventually ended up finding myself at the National Memorial for the Unborn, which is a wonderful place. It's a place to honor unborn children lost to abortion, and it's located on the site of the former abortion clinic here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We want people to find what I have found, healing, and to know joy, and to know that you can go on with life. You won't forget what has happened, but you can heal from this.
Wow. So impactful. Imagine the whole movie, what it's going to be like. So, do you know how long the movie will be when it's eventually put together? Is there
Yeah.
a projected timeline?
Yeah, it's a typical feature film, so it'll be about 100 minutes long, 100, 110, something like that.
Now, this is based on a real person and her story. Did she see this 8-minute clip yet? And what's her reaction to this snippet of her life story?
She said it captured it so perfectly. For example, Sam Sorbo, who plays the part of the doctor, she said she captured it perfectly, the way the doctor related to her, the way she was just flippant about abortion. And, Regina suspected that perhaps that doctor was even getting some kind of a referral fee for sending people over to the abortion clinic.
Wow. Well, I tell you, it's very powerful. And I hope people can understand that this is a concept abortion survivors, your future children, are impacted. And this is really a scientific proof there, because if you look at the biology, because everyone goes, oh, trust the science, right? Well, the science is that every pregnancy that a mother carries in her womb, some of the cells, they're saying, of each child remains in that womb. And that's the biological reason that future siblings will have this sense of a sibling that's no longer there. And this has been proven out, as we know, in our work with Silent No More, with cases where there's been one twin was aborted and the other survives. And the twin talks about missing their sibling, a real sense of their sibling in utero. So we know it's a scientific fact. So brothers and sisters, you can fact check us. It's a fact that there is this thing of survivors. So what can the average person who's watching us right now do to see he called him Adam get to the big screen? What can we do?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. The website is called He Named Him Adam. And when you go to that website, henamedhimadam.com, you can donate. You can see interviews that we've had with like Janet and John Solomon. We just got interviewed by Eric Metaxas and Epic TV when we were at the NRB last week. And there's also a link there for investors. If you are a high net worth individual and you're passionate about this, about pro-life issues, please help us with this. We need to get this movie made. And the reason I say that is because Hollywood moguls will spend over $1 billion a year on movies that don't make a return, don't make an investment return because they're designed to change the culture. I mean, you might have noticed that the 3 movies that were up for Oscars, one of them, maybe 2 of them were had transgenders in them. The sacrilegious, approach to the Pope's replacement in I forgot what that movie was called, The Conclave. Another one was about sex workers. And another one had the brutal rape, homosexual rape in it, and these are the kind of movies that Hollywood is putting out there. We can fight this by joining together conservatives, financing the movies that tell the truth about abortion and about post-abortion regret. So we're asking people to help us with this, to make this movie. The only way we're going to get the message across to people is if we tell the truth, and movies make the most compelling arguments, much more compelling than logical arguments, because they're like parables. They're emotional stories that connect with people on a deep level.
So Mark, I mean, first of all, 2 questions. The first is, how did you come up with the title? All right. How was that? And then the second question is, what I think is so beautiful is you already have a guarantee of a distribution plan. How many people try to get a pro-life or a conservative movie off the ground? They don't have a distribution plan, but you've got a guarantee this is going to hit the big screen in theaters, which is awesome. But what's the budget? How much money do we have to raise to get over the finish line?
$3.5 million. So we're selling 350 shares at 10,000 apiece. And the people who do buy these shares will participate in the income stream, which can last for years. Now, it is a risky investment, but if you're passionate about the pro-life cause and you have the wherewithal and the means to help us, it's a worthy cause. And it's possible that will make a lot of money. I mean, take a look at The Sound of Freedom. That movie was made for $15 million. It made $250 million at the box office. And the share that went back to the filmmakers and their equity holders, their investors, was over $35 million. So it is very possible to make a lot of money. And I think this movie is really going to grab people by the heartstrings and make an impact out there. And the main thing we're trying to do is to save lives. I mean, when people realize with a story like this, which I have not seen before, see the devastation that's caused by abortions, that they'll really have second thoughts about doing it and going through with this.
Too, besides the big donors, which we're praying for, everybody can kind of get in on the act by just hit the donate button. Because if we got enough smaller donations, we could be one share of that 10,000, right?
That's
We can
right.
kind of get in on the action, right?
That's right.
Yeah, because some of us are just pro-life missionaries per se, and not everyone has that kind of money. But this is a good opportunity to spread the word,
That's
because there
right.
are plenty of conservatives out there that do have those means, and this is an awesome investment, because I know from my work with Rachel's Vineyard and Silent No More, raising the awareness that this could impact your future children, like that could be a game changer for some women. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're only thinking of the here and now at that moment. They're not looking about down the road. So this is a great picture. I'm going to pray for the success. And you know what? We're in Lent right now. Okay, Mark? And part of the works of Lent are what we do: fasting, praying, and giving alms. This is a perfect project to make part of your Lenten sacrifice. So I'm hoping and praying, Mark, that we can raise money for this picture that we can get into production soon. So thanks for joining me. Give my best to your lovely wife. And like I said, we'll make this happen. I'm truly, truly convinced. So
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Janet. And also give my best to Frank.
Frank, yeah, Father.
Have to be
I still
careful.
call him Father Frank. He'll be always Father Frank to me.
I know,
Okay?
me too.
Thanks for joining me. God
All
bless.
right.
And I'm praying hard, and let's storm heaven, and let's open up our pocketbooks a little bit, and let's see this movie get to the big screen. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Janet.
Okay. Well, brothers and sisters, I hope you enjoyed this insight into another way abortion hurts people. Okay. Now this hurts the future children. This is an awesome project. Please get involved. Go to that website, make a donation today, and spread the word, because we can get this movie to the big screen. And I know it's going to change hearts and minds. Because remember, there are some abortions only you're going to be able to stop, and therefore some lives only you can save. Join us again next time. Thank you. God bless.
The holy season of Lent calls us to repentance and holiness as we prepare to celebrate the Paschal mystery. Christ's death and resurrection makes us the people of life. The Tree of Life provides prayers and reflections that show the connections between Lent and our commitment to defend the unborn. Please scan the QR code to order yours now.
Hello, I'm Sam Brownback, and I've worked alongside Father Frank Pavone for many years on the cause of life. He's a true champion, and the Priests for Life have been wonderful champions of this great cause, of the cause of human dignity of every human at every phase of life, from the very first moment of conception until its natural death. The human species, the human person, each and every one are full of dignity, priceless in value, and Priests for Life stand for that. Join their work with them, work alongside them in this battle, this incredible battle, this fantastically important battle for life in the United States. We've got to win this fight. Join them.
Hello, this is Father David Begany. Like many priests, I find inspiration from Priests for Life. May I invite you to connect with this ministry on the many social media and video sharing platforms that they utilize. To see a full list of them, go to prolifesocialmedia.com. Let's connect with like-minded pro-life people on platforms like Getter, Truth Social, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and many others. Thank you, and God bless you.